I would do anything for love, anything you've been dreaming of. Won't do that. Eu acho que eu escolhi uma péssima música pra eu colocar de abertura da live, porque essa porra tem 12 minutos. Faltam 7 minutos pra acabar essa música. Mano, the hell? Look at this bullshit. Deixa eu ver. Ah, pronto. Tchau. Pronto. Era o que tinha. Olha aí. Ah, por que não? Pera, agora já foi.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help.
Não, não tem não. Oi, Naomi.
Mahog Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5
Coruja.
realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
Não tem como fugir aqui não. Oi, Reborn.
There's something in the water.
Finalmente a gente vai pescar nesse jogo?
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
O que aconteceu, Naomi?
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
Ai, minha nossa, é
You
isso.
must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
Vamos pescar. Socorro. Oh, porra, Naomi. Ué, mas por que ela não denuncia o pessoal? Mete o louco. Aí eu meteria o louco, foda-se. Eita porra, e agora?
All right.
Eu não tô entendendo nada.
I'll get you next time.
Ah, eu tenho que ficar... Tá, entendi. Nossa.
Looks like I lost it.
Caralho, velho. Mas eu tô acertando o rolê. Eu errei em 2 só e já foi suficiente. Não é possível.
Reel it in.
Faz assim.
Good fishers
Mano,
always
what
keep
the...
their cool.
What the fuck? Não tô entendendo. Tá, aqui eu saquei. Agora é aqui que é o rolê. Não, eu não tô entendendo. Ah, tá. Não. Não.
I'll get you next time.
Puta que pariu. Ai, minha nossa, não é possível não. Aí é foda.
Reel it in.
Errei.
That was disappointing.
Eu não tô entendendo esse rolê. Ah, mas não é possível que não tem nenhum jeito, não, homem.
I've got something.
Nossa.
You've got to know when to quit.
Cara, eu não tô entendendo. Eu achei que eu tinha entendido que eu tinha só que esmurrar o controle, mas não é não. Aqui foi, beleza. O foda é aqui. Tipo, eu tô apertando, eu tô indo pro lado que tá pedindo. Talvez eu tenha que ir pro outro lado, vamos ver.
I've got something.
Ah,
You've got to know when to quit.
velho, what the fuck?
Reel it in.
Não sei. Não sei, eu fiz a mesma coisa que eu fiz das outras vezes e é
Anybody
isso.
could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
Não, para com essa porra.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
Fala em
When you
comida
put it
pra
like
ela.
that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us. Okay!
Pelo visto você manda bem na pescaria. Eu pesco há muito tempo e já montei uma bela coleção de equipamentos. Eu deixo você usar o que quiser, só quero uma coisa em troca. Só peço que me mostre os registros de todos os peixes que você pescar. Quanto mais pescar, mais equipamentos eu deixo você usar. Ué. Se precisar de alguma coisa, eu tô sempre aqui. Pode vir bater um papo comigo sem medo. Nossa, mano. Tem um Pokémon de pesca aqui. Tá. Nossa. Bom, provavelmente eu não vou usar você. Cadê aquela de castar enquanto anda? Será que eu já comprei? Ah, é 1500.
What do you say we check back?
Já posso voltar pra minha missão?
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
Nossa, não tem arma, é escudo. Ah! Bem que a arma muda também, mas o principal é o escudo. E aí?
Hey.
Hmm?
Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know,
Ué,
right?
do
But
nada.
after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey, though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you
Não
that
tem
much,
como
why
não.
don't you
Senão,
ask
se eu
them?
arrumar ele,
Why do
todos
I
vão ficar
have to
tortos.
ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Eu não sei se eu vou pra você no combate, não. Mas tá bom.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, Law?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Ué, eu também não entendi.
This shall suffice. Please, everyone, have as much as you like.
Entendi. Ele não aumenta o tempo, oh fuck.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Eita.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. We'd best get ready for tomorrow. Shall we get moving?
Bora.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
Boa.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Oh, droga, tem um cristal ali. Oh, fuck. Sai, burn me. Ainda bem que esses dois aqui não tem nem como esquipar. Por que esse Zeug ele não fica parado? Talvez seja hora de usar minha arma secreta. Ei, vou acabar com o inimigo de uma vez. Quero. O que você faz? As plantas crescerem no solo para imobilizar e golpear o inimigo.
There's nowhere to run from my heart. When he slows down, that's our chance.
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf! Freeze, Lancer! Sleep now!
Sábado com Geografiados.
Oi, arte aqui. Ele vem. Nossa, virou uma zona com o cassino. Ah. Gostei. Vapo.
Commander of Heaven.
Nossa, do nada.
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
Ué, Arctic, a Bandai me deu
We seem to
aqui.
have come across some rather
Vou
unusual
meter o louco.
objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one
Que
can
isso,
feel
não?
and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
Esmagador de crocodilo. Minha nossa. Só a posse dos artefatos já confere efeitos especiais. Alguns servem como bônus para uso após terminar o jogo. Dá para ativar ou desativar cada um desses efeitos na lista de efeitos do artefato. Agora sim! Agora é possível definir 6 ars adicionais. Legal.
Nice.
Onde ficam os artefatos? Aqui. Nossa, eu tenho um monte de coisa ativada aqui. Isso é tudo DLC. Nossa, de onde que eu tenho esse monte de ars aqui? Não. É, vai ficar essa por enquanto. Essa demoníaca. Uma de vento, uma de água e uma de... Não tem fogo, só tem terra. E aí eu tenho uma de raio aqui.
I still got a ways to go.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Let's go.
I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Achei que tá fraqueza, é? Oh, merda.
Say no more.
Well done. None shall escape my judgment. They're surrounding us.
Caralho, eu tô todo perdido.
I never miss. Art steel.
Tchau.
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
Dance in the wind.
Now. Mirage.
Astral energy.
This calls for a celebratory drink.
Celebratory drink. Nossa, 7.300.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
Ah, gente, ela é capitã da guarda. Vocês são sacanagem, né? Se nem o Fit aí tem energia, fodeu. Jurei que ia conseguir.
Airborne scoundrel.
Say no more.
Well done.
Dragon form.
Here I go.
Morri.
Leave the
Caralho.
ensnaring to me.
Cadê minha cura?
Now. Scarlet Inferno.
Finalmente uma cura.
Plasma shock.
You made quick work of them. Want me to pick up your slap?
Oh, ódio.
Pointing it out.
These little ones are hardly to stop you dying.
I can carve through them. You're on. It's on. Demon Fang.
Tchau.
Shark. Lightning Tiger Blade. See that? That training's paying off. Demon Fang. Plasma shock.
Ai.
Dragon form.
Let the marksman handle this. Healing circle.
Tinha valido a
I'm getting
pena.
stronger.
That equipment should come in handy.
E é pra você mesmo. Não? Pra quem que é aquilo? É pra você. Tá bom. Ninguém tá te usando aí, é foda.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
Nossa, quanto caminho.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Where are you going? Airborne beam. My special.
Ah, mentira que ela recuperou como? Eu não parei de bater nela.
No sooner said than done. Law, get toasty.
Burn strike.
Right, next one. Ranger.
Already on.
Dragon form. First strike. Demon Fang.
Just getting started.
You're finished.
Oh, caralho.
Plasma shock.
Will this help?
You're on. Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
Here's a healing art.
Now. I'm on it.
First aid. Thank you.
Demon Fang.
I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar.
Menina! É 428. Não, tem que juntar mais em você, menino. Você também precisa de mais. Diminuir seu tempo de cooldown. Esse aqui é o negócio mais inútil que tem. Quase morrendo igual a mais defesa.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here. Quite literally.
So Mahawk Tsar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
Fiquei tão focado em despistar o Zeugli que acabei escorregando e caí. Cuidado pra não cometer o mesmo erro. Ô, fia.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
So it's still a house, in a sense. Just for a god.
Cogumelos. Acessa aí vocês, que é isso? vamos.
This'll make us even more formidable.
Esse eu sei de quem é. Ha! Próximo lugar. Cara, não dá pra saber onde é o objetivo, então. Que vá onde der.
Guess I misread the landing.
Era pra cá.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Ixi, mas já?
Sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to
Viu,
be
Naomi?
honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Eita.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Ué?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Monte de ara.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
Eita ferro.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Ai, minha nossa. Ai. Ih, esse cara de novo.
Been looking for you. For me? Why?
Como é que esse cara ficou tanto tempo apoiado assim? Ô, porra!
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Eita porra! É briga mesmo?
Who even are you?
Please now. Where are you going? Get on in there with
Take this!
freezing storm.
Nossa!
There's a healing art in here.
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Ai, 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 ai. Cadê minha cura? Antes chegou e eu já tomei de novo. Nossa, nossa! Meu irmão, não consigo bater no cara, velho.
Now I can let loose.
Show me your strength.
Where are you going?
Caralho, a vida do Lau. Gente do céu, o que tá acontecendo? Morremos. É isso, acabou a aventura. Ai. Mano, tu não... Não, se matar a coruja é sacanagem. Puta que pariu, ele ia matar a coruja.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die.
Eita! Tá, tirou um olho dele.
A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I.
Não me assusta assim não, menina. Puta merda.
It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
É?
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Por favor?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
Ai, minha nossa.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Credo, gente.
Hey.
Que surra!
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Nossa. Acho que deu merda aqui, não?
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danons, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danon legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danons rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
Tinha uma corujinha aqui no meu ombro, mas não tem nada aqui.
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danons and Renins, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danons rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renins here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renin astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings, it said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened.
Meu Deus, educando Dohalim. Ai, que medo.
Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
Mas é
In
diferente,
my
né?
case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Ai, minha nossa.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Mas
Did
é
I
as
say
penas
something
que
offensive?
caiu.
Next
What?
time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Uai. Tá bom. Tem um gato aqui. Não serve o gato?
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Look, Hoodle! One of your buddies!
Lógico. Parece que a outra entrada vai dar no mesmo lugar.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
Ah, não, tem mais entradas.
All of you, stop right there. Don't move.
Demorou?
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces. So everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend.
Tá de boa.
Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
So you're Elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously?
Esse cara tá
Are you
estranho.
this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
Why, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Tá
Explosives?
estranho.
That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason
Ela.
you're fighting is to free the Danons in this realm, is it not? If
Shut
so,
your
then...
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danons, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that.
Esse cara vai apanhar.
It's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
É isso. Isso que eu queria ver. Boa. Mereceu.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back. This is Danon's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye!
Ih, certamente esse cara aí é pior que a Lorde que tava aí. A Lorde, né?
We're not afraid of any bright eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last bright eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up. Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renin pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renins.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you?
Lógico que a gente vai.
Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renins as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renins. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
Tá bom?
I think there's someone in trouble here.
I get the feeling Deadeye's signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danons we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renins here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renins out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danons here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renins just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renin lord. That's incredible. and he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadime, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
Eita fé.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
É. Nossa, mas não tem nada. Preciso de rogir. Mas ainda preciso de uma bolsa. Enchente garupa. Asa de vendaval. Belezas naturais. Manoplas aladas. Ai, eu já não tenho uma? É a que tá equipada. Tá bom, eu faço outra. Eles não vão precisar de arma por enquanto.
always loved the sound of hammers banging away.
Isso aqui pode ser bom pra nossa maguinha.
Maybe it's...
Agora eu quero ver essa maguinha bater.
It's time I try on something new.
Oi, Lontra. Mas porque o bot não falou eita? Ah, pronto, o bot morreu. É, o bot morreu. Ih, a Naomi acho que foi dormir. É, o bot morreu. Ele tá aí no chat, mas morreu. Parabéns. Nossa, quanto bravério. Conheça no Alphen, já que eu sou o tanque dessa porra, né? Ih, se bem que não compensa não. Tá, compensa em você esse rolê. Tu vê que ele tá com o que dá mais na cidade, né? É, ele tá com o que dá 30% de ter na cidade. É, não tem como.
Like to check their wares.
Ok, tá. Mais de 30%. Sim. Ter sanidade? Oi, Matheus. Nora paralisia?
If you don't mind.
Did we really just spend that?
Então, não sei o que você editou
That
também.
Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
Não.
I want to go after her.
Boa.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia.
Opa, nossa, meu controle até caiu aqui.
Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
Alright.
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Provavelmente pra cá, hein? Não. É, provavelmente pra cá. Nossa, mas não tem nenhum teleporte? Só aqui? Alright, alright, alright. Pera, mas isso aqui é a trilha da mão. Eu acho que é pra lá. É o único lugar que eu não fui. Tá. E aqui tem um bioma de floresta, então faz sentido. Oh, merda.
Oh man, I hope I was wrong enough to reflect it. Come and get that! Mirage does it!
Ice tornado! Perfect!
Pursue it! Talon
Bye bye.
sharp! Lightning tiger blade! See that?
That training's paying off.
Here goes!
Dragon Swarm!
Freeze Lancer! Here goes! Raging Cascade!
Let's
Do it!
Woo!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Release
I'm on it! I'm on a roll
now! Zoe!
Nossa, executou todo mundo, velho.
The heavens must be smiling.
Aqui é um monte de área. Eita ferro. Não é pra cá então? Eita. Nossa! Tem uma construção aqui.
What's that big tower over there?
Uau!
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
É. Por enquanto nada aqui. Para onde então? Talvez para cá?
We finally made it.
Ok, a floresta estava do meu lado esse tempo todo. Descobri um cume que não tinha nada a ver.
Ah, got sand in my eyes.
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Oh,
Poodle,
porra.
don't get blown away, okay?
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed.
E que a
Mahak
Lorde
Sar
do
is the
Vento
realm
tá
of
aqui.
wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those?
Oh.
So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
Nossa, que filha
I'd
da
be happy
puta.
to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
Brilhante. Mata.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Vem cá. Vem cá.
Eagle Fly!
Gravitas Field! These ones can run straight to the
Can't get out of this! Here I come! Damn it! It's too fast! Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Vá.
Come on, come on!
I never miss!
Boa, pegou os três. Meu.
Nice, Law! Leave it all to love! Hey, I'm here too, you know!
Ah, droga.
Attack time! Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
Now, Kisara!
Começou.
Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
Pokémon Shine. Ah,
Glacial waters!
verdade, não tá spawnando Pokémon também. Por quê? Uai, tá tudo conectado aqui. Ih, o OBS bugou alguma coisa. Será que é porque eu atualizei ele? A conexão tá certinha. É. Sim. É, tá tudo certinho. Que estranho. Ih, só falta. O Pokémon não tá compatível agora. Aê! Arrumei. Pronto, pode pegar.
Take this!
Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! I'm even stronger than before.
Muitos cantos pra ir. Ih, não pegou.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Puta merda.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Que isso?
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing having it pointed out like this.
Né?
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Nossa.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within
Caralho,
her.
Matheus.
What do
Boa.
you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Minha nossa,
you
ela
ever get
será
tired?
nossa mãezona, cara, né? Ai. Nossa mami. Ó, o coruja ali.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all
Vou
ruined.
falar com você, coruja.
Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans. This is...
Look, Hoodle! One of your buddies!
Caraca, isso é muito... É muita dedicação, Matheus. Minha nossa.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Outra? Deve ser mais pra frente.
Why didn't the Renans take advantage of all of these ruins around here? It seems like a missed opportunity.
Most likely because it would be
Ixi, tem
inefficient
portão
for
ali
harvesting
já.
astral energy. That's what dictates the current
Esses
position of
bichos
each realm's
aí
capital.
tá nível 50 a mais.
Renans are averse to using anything that belongs to the Danans.
Se bem que ali tem outra. Deve ser só um tipo de elite.
Am I imagining things? Or are there a lot of big Zoogles in this area?
No, I noticed that too. There's plenty of food and water to go around here. For a Zoogle, this just might be paradise.
Great, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Looks like trouble with a capital T.
Together, we've got this!
Ah, beleza.
Let's give it a whirl!
First strike, last hurricane!
Cura, rápido! Shane! Cura!
I'm surrounded!
We got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Do it! Demons descend! Flashing bang!
Easy! Way to go! I'm only getting started!
Demon Prey!
Freezing storm! Dance in the
Não!
wind! Ice tornado! Get out of here with you! Who wants to die next?
Boa!
Annihilation! Do it!
Rip and tear!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
I think I'm getting stronger.
Oh yeah? Think you could beat me at arm wrestling?
When have I not beaten you?
Right. I'll just go on ahead then.
Eu só quero ver o que tem lá em cima. Deve ser o Elite, tá ligado? Droga. Vou ter que brigar com aqueles bichos pra achar ele de boa. Tá bom. Vai, vamos brigar aqui rapidão.
Let's dispose of the trash. Denied! Not in your dreams! Annihilation!
You picked the wrong fight!
Whirling struggle! Magic glacial spear! Pierce evil! Field!
FD airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for you to tree on!
Vá.
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Not a chance!
Eat this! Where are you going? Raging
Dragon Swarm!
Freezing storm! More for the stockpile! Leave the enemy's arcs to me! Frozen! Hammer! None shall escape my judgment! Sleep now!
Demon Fang!
More for the stockpile! Now! Astral energy!
Caramba, ela quer combar com tudo?
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Cadê? Não é possível, cara. Cadê essa coruja? Parece que ele tá lá em cima. Aleluia, boa! Nossa senhora! Tem duas gerações no jogo, ué? Ali, parece que ele tá ali. Mas não consigo falar com ele. Eu acho que eu vou ter que pular. É do outro lado o rolê. Tipo, eu vou ter que vir aqui, ó. É bem ali. Aqui, ó. Óculos raivosos.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Achei que caí em cima de algum lugar, ó. Né? 3! Porra, velho. Não, é paciência demais. Ai, tem nada aqui? Sério? Tem um baú.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Vocês que briguem com o bicho aí, gente.
See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that. It can hide itself from me.
Now!
Demons descend!
Vá.
Flashing Fang!
Easy! Way to go!
Flying free! It just sits
Como é que é? Sir pegando tudo desde o início facilita. É, sim, sim. Com certeza. Tipo, o que você encontrar, você já vai pegando, né?
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that.
Aí o que você já tem, você mata. Pau, pau. Os seus.
What's happening? If you can't fight, just
Ai.
I didn't say any of that. I can fight.
Esse bicho aqui parece o último boss que eu briguei. É o mesmo moveset. Aí é foda.
Hey, that I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Here's the dance in the wind.
No further.
Air thrust. Here's a healing.
Ai!
Now you pay for that.
Nossa, agora que eu vi, o bicho não tá perdendo vida não, velho. Que isso? Ô, porra! Vem cá, mano. Bate em mim, não neles. Nossa, olha o que eu tenho que fazer pra derrubar o bicho. Só tem uns que tem 1%. Não, então. Mas às vezes tu acha na cagada esses daí. Boa. Nossa, 3.400 de dano. Preciso de item, preciso de item, preciso de item. Nossa, que corno, velho. Nossa, ele me stunou. Puta merda. É isso. Eu matei o boss do bicho e não vou conseguir matar um aleatório que eu achei no mapa. Vai, Shane. Vamos derrubar ele. Não, esse aqui ele tem resistência, tá? Castou. Caralho, derrubou a Ringwell. Não, Ringwell.
This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it. I'll leave it to you. Dragon Swarm.
I'll heal you all.
Foda-se!
Coming through.
Ah!
Now. Scarlet Inferno.
I'll heal you all. I can't heal you forever.
Revive ele, Shione! Ai, que ódio. Tá acabando minhas poções de HP.
Fear. Fear the evil.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Nossa, o bicho não fica preso.
Dragon Swarm. This one's all mine.
Putz, agora vi porque que ela não cura.
Eat dirt.
I'll bring you back from
Vai. Derruba. Nossa! Quando eu peguei a lata, eu estava procurando chimeco.
Anyone else think this might be a
Putz!
touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later.
Porra, aí é foda de você ter que procurar o Pokémon lendário ao invés de ele estar lá num certo ponto
What a
e,
sweet
sei
sounding
lá, e
ring it has.
tentar pegar, né?
You really think so?
Rapaz. O bicho é bravo.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Ué, não tem descanso aqui? Ô, merda, viu?
We've reached our destination.
É. E o Latios também?
Is there a reason you're looking at me so intently?
Shion's kind of turned into the local fashion critic in our group.
So this is what lords like you wear. Certainly looks the part. I can tell at a glance what high quality everything is.
It's not often Shion's that impressed. You wear a lot of rings too, don't you?
They were a gift. Purchased rather cheaply, or so I was told.
What's your definition of cheap exactly?
Então, né?
I believe it was around 100 to 200,000 gold.
What? If my wolf head cost 10 gold, then that'd mean... Holy crap! They cost 1,000 times more?!
10,000 times more.
If he sold those things off, I bet he could build a damn mansion with them.
At the very least, he'd never go hungry the rest of his life.
You're all beginning to sound alarmingly interested in my rings.
Né? Sim, é a mesma coisa. Ambos só aparecem depois de zerar. Então vou ter que começar. Ai, que horror. Não,
Dohalim, your
Matheus,
spare
por
braces were
quê?
getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Ah lá.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to
Nossa,
look after the younger
Matheus, que
kids a lot,
rolê.
so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything.
Podia ganhar alguma
How to
coisa
cook
se
with wild
completar essa
plants,
Pokédex,
how
né?
to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're
Ah,
absolutely
não.
right.
Aí sim.
I'm ashamed
Então
to
vale a
admit that I
pena.
felt no qualms about her doing all that for me.
Então mete
As
o
both a
louco.
Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised.
Ô, gata, que
But
isso?
just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Tá ficando
Absolutely.
louca. Tá
Moments such as
ficando
this
louca.
provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Que
Looking at
foda.
her
Não.
now,
Então
I
manda
think
ver.
she's more like his
Vale a
mom than
pena.
his servant.
Contando o dinheiro do grupo. Nossa senhora.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases,
Vamos
though.
ter que vender dos anéis do Lorde.
That may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we
Ele vai dar um
Renans
anel?
conquered Danan, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do
Vai
my
dar um anel
part
pra
to help
gente
preserve
vender,
both our
pior.
people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Ai.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too.
Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to
Yes,
not
mommy.
spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Yes, mami. Tô quietinho. Tudo bem que eu acho que eu não preciso comer não, acho que tô de boa.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
Caramba.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
See you tomorrow.
Esses dois não dormiram então hoje. Minha nossa. Tanto que ela
Before we
fala.
go, do you guys have everything?
Não, não estamos esquecendo nada, mami.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Tá.
Hey, look at that enemy. It's shining.
Onde? Onde? Esse?
Looks like trouble with a capital T. Together, we've got this!
Thunderblade!
Mirage!
Giant Instant!
No escape! Howard Hurricane!
Now!
Glimmer
Blood! Get
Ha!
toasty!
Escapei da skill do outro.
Right, next one!
Already on it! Demon
Get
Fang!
on in there with the others!
Azure Storm! Here I come! It's
Nossa
over.
senhora.
Shattering the pieces! Attack time!
I can do
Eat
it
this!
all!
Run the storm!
Ready!
Howard Hurricane! Glimmer Dragon! Demon Fang! Glimmer Dragon! An Astro Ball!
That's my cue!
Dragon Swarm! Shut him down! Dragon Swarm! Here I come! Huh?
Where are you going?
Undoubtedly! In an instant! Impact Cross!
Porra.
Did you see?
Sure did. You were checking out Kisara from behind.
No, I wasn't.
Nossa, mas aqui tem
Do
caminhada,
you
hein?
sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For Crown Contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
Tá por aqui? Ali. Ah!
Hi, Hoodle!
Minha nossa! Minha nossa!
In a vine. Let's stuck. Eat flying free. They just sit still. Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Fantastic. Great. Amazing.
Shut up,
Time to
Claw.
let
I'm
it
trying
rip.
to focus.
Hehehe. Vai doer.
Through. Ha! Melt. Scarlet Inferno. My turn. Plasma Shock. What's that? Here I come. Plasma Shock.
Ah, merda.
We've all got enough of it.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talking more doing.
Tome! Para de fugir.
Well, someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that, Shion.
And still as humble as ever.
Bye bye.
Say no more.
Check out these biceps. Pretty
Eu só
glorious,
quero
right?
falar com a
Why are
coruja.
guys so obsessed with their muscles?
Because these puppies have yet to let me down.
Aqui. Não. Como é que eu chego lá? Ou por onde eu falo com ela? Ah, o que conta é o que tá na imagem, não o nome. Ignore. Asinhas.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Não vou na floresta agora, fia. Pera. Ah não, ali é pesca, então não vai ter nada.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Onde é que eu tô indo, velho?
I think it's safe to rest here now.
Ótimo. Vim até aqui pra nada. Great.
I wonder...
Great. Então, o rolê é pra lá.
What we'll find out there this time?
Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
Ainda bem que não gasta estamina nem nada aqui. Eu posso correr infinitamente.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Ai, os animais do rancho. Esqueci. Jorge, o quê?
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her Danon bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Como assim?
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. I suppose if you're a lord going into hiding, a forest is one place to turn.
We don't know for sure she's here. Keep looking.
Ah, tá. É que tem uma fazenda literal nesse jogo. Você cuida de vaca, boi e porco. Ah, vaca, boi e porco. Vaca, porco e galinha. É, boi também. É. O problema é que pega leite de boi. Acho que esse elevador tá preso. Droga, será que os Renanos... O que será que os Renanos fizeram com ele? A gente não vai sair daqui se não encontrar uma alternativa. Vamos procurar alguma coisa útil por perto? Sabe a ideia? Quem sabe não encontramos outro jeito de descer. Concorda, Shione? Claro. Ah, bom que já liga o outro elevador lá, né? Eu acho. Eu espero. Eu já ia pular, mas acho que não ia ser uma boa ideia. Fuck the shit.
There. Guess I misread the landing.
Ah, tá tudo bem. Não perde vida. Olha que o buff da comida tá acabando.
Little help!
Not today!
Where are you going? Not in your dreams!
Ninguém vai castar nada, não. Caralho, como é que eu já tô com essa vida?
I'll trip it up. The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
Nossa senhora, coitado, coitado, bicho. Ah, não, não.
Alvin and the others truly are strong. What about me?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's
Morre, morre, desgraça.
I'll crush you!
Pra que fazer isso?
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Ele já tava morto.
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
Coleção de livros sobre artes astrais de vários campos de pesquisa. Um sofá totalmente deslocado. Talvez fosse de um lord. Onde está nossa querida Lorde do Vento?
Let's dispose of the trash.
I never miss! Denied!
Vai co... Não. Doido que eu parei um, ainda tinha mais dois, né? Boa!
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Minha nossa. Boa. Não morreu ainda.
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember? You got me a bit.
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, because law's on it.
Nossa, gastamos muito ponto de cura aqui, gente.
I can feel my power growing.
Tá.
For the hideout of a runaway lord, this place is a lot bigger than I was expecting.
Do you think she had it built with that in mind?
No. Personally, I think this used to be part of a Danon castle or fortress of some sort.
How can you tell?
For one thing, it doesn't look like a storehouse. For another, it's old, and you can tell it was built to let people hole up inside of it.
Huh. I'll take your word for it. I don't know the first thing about brick. You know, I've always thought you were a smart little cookie. But damn, Rinwell, you really know your stuff.
Ela é maga.
It's no big deal. I've just read a lot of books is all.
If this is meant to be a castle, there wasn't much to it above ground. Are there such things as underground castles?
There probably used to be more of it above ground. That is, until 300 years ago.
So the main structure must have been lost during the time of the invasion, with only the underground part remaining. And then this lord decided to use it for her own purposes. Have I got that right?
But what reason could she have for using this place instead of staying back in her own castle?
That's what we're here to find out. Whatever it is, she's up to no good.
Right. It's all the more reason we need to hurry up and find her before it's too late.
Se tem uma estrelinha pra lá, eu vou do outro lado. O problema é, eu vou ficar sem buff de comida daqui a segundos.
What's this thing?
Não sei o que fazer. Talvez eu volte só pra alimentar o povo. Antes de ir lá. Vai, já gasta tudo que tem nessa wave aqui, que é gigante. Nossa, tô usando tudo pra derrubar esse bichinho aqui, cara. Ai, 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 ai.
That's what my shield's for.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! My turn!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, that's totally unique.
It's time.
They're all coming after me.
I'm coming, Rinwell.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine.
Caralho, mano. O bicho nem sente que eu tô batendo nele.
Now, go in. This one's got
Porra!
your name on it. There's more where that came from.
This place is full of weird machinery, old and new. Just what the hell was she doing here?
By all appearances, the sort of unsavory research she wouldn't want to see divulged.
Even to other Renins? That's a scary thought.
Ataque físico. Ah, é. Vamos ver, de repente eu chego a tempo lá do buff de food
This
não
place
acabar.
goes pretty deep underground.
It was probably built that way so it could still be used, even if the above-ground portion got destroyed.
Perhaps that's why it's still here, and why it was made into her hideout.
Ou melhor não arriscar. Melhor não arriscar. Nossa, mas é o tanto que eu tenho que voltar. Minha não.
Certainly stand to reason.
Oh.
I won't forgive you! I can carve through armor! It's on! Ignite! Talon Hurricane! Eagle Fly! Mirage!
Here's a healing
Earthy Fury!
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Vai.
energy.
Say no more!
Dragon Form! Do it!
Tô só fazendo o mesmo golpe.
Say no more!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
It would appear we can descend down where the railing has fallen apart.
What? Are you serious?
By all appearances, it would seem she was researching something here.
You think so? What kind of research could she have been doing in a place like this?
Your guess is as good as mine. Hardly anything the likes of us could imagine.
If we assume it was because this area is rich in astral energy, then it's possible she could have been doing any number of things.
Indeed. Renin castles and spirit vessels are often found in such locations. Intriguingly, Danon ruins are also known for their abundant energy.
You Renins attacked us. Don't act like you're just some...
Sheesh, enough already. This isn't the place to pick a fight over this.
How can you be so calm listening to all of this? You suffered at the hands of guys like him too.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm calm.
Esporros. Foda-se!
Guess I misread the landing. That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
Man, I'm
Acabou a food.
famished.
Fuck.
No holding back.
This'll be a piece of cake.
In a vine? Demon Fang!
Do it, Isara! Frozen!
Foi uma.
Lightning Tongue! Mirage!
Ion Instant!
Eat this! Plasma Storm! An Astral Art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Destruction!
Seal.
Dragon Form!
I never
Boa.
We are freaking invincible!
Thousand and the others truly are strong. What about me? Thunder Field! Raging Cascade! Sleep now.
I'm like mate to them!
Now!
Woo!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Well, looky here.
Ai, que aconteceu com o controle? Oxe! Ô, Rene! Gata doida. Minha nossa. Roxinho nunca achei. Registro de um experimento feito em Zeldas. Passa a sensação estranha que dá calafrios. Coitado dos bichos. Porra, eu passava ali, hein? Ô, Rene, não!
I'll show you how evil I can be!
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
As little to stop you dying?
Right.
Destruction! Thanks! Destruction! You're mine! Demon!
Nossa, não tem vulnerabilidade a nenhum elemento, cara.
That's what my shield's for.
Get going! Dopamine!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Anything you want, my soul!
Not today!
Eagle Fly!
Vai.
Astral energy! Full throttle! The astral energy is surging around me.
Nossa,
How do
ainda
you
tem
even
mais
know
um
about
bicho
all
aí.
that astrally stuff?
Same way I know what you do in the middle of the night.
What? Are you serious?
Meu Deus, o que que ela falou ali? Que eu não-
Right, here goes!
que quebrou o moleque, velho.
Can't get out of this!
I'm not done! Mirage!
Eat
Sleep now.
Take this!
Let's get back into the fray.
Destruction!
Supernova! Where are you going?
Boa.
Here, let me help. Now! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Pegou os dois.
I wonder if I'm as strong as my dad was.
One day I think you'll surpass him.
I wonder when.
What's this thing?
Carne de cavalo. Ai, minha nossa. Caraca, esse elevador desce mais, mano. Nossa. Carne é carne, eu sei, mas é um pouco bizarro, né? Eu vou ter que voltar um pouco. A gente tá muito fudido.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Olha o rancho. Ah, agora eu posso criar cavalo. Dá pra ir visitar eles lá, mas é longe pra cacete.
Guess I'll polish up my sword.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
Você
You
sabe,
mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
você viu o que aconteceu a última vez, né?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
Danans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danan hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin.
Pra variar.
However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black.
Pega um balde de tinta que a gente resolve isso.
This shall suffice. Please, everyone, have as much as you like.
Ninguém quer trocar
Can
ideia?
we talk a moment?
Coitadinho.
I think it's time we go to sleep.
A Shione me lembra muito a Velvet do Berseria. É
Come
a que
on, guys. We've got lots to do.
ela é a B10 e tudo, ela se acha fortuna, mas ela por dentro ela é um melzinho. do dano. Eu não tô dando muito crítico. Com certeza, quanto mais rápido você combar, melhor. Certo, onde estávamos? Putz, não tem teleporte nenhum, eu vou ter que correr tudo isso. Ai, minha nossa.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Mas andar mal alimentado é muito ruim. Eu comprei buff que se todo mundo tiver bem alimentado ganha extra, então tem que usar. Nossa, até dava pra acampar aqui.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Não que agora dá pra descer direto, né?
Guess I misread the landing.
Acho que não era aqui. Putz, esse negócio é recuperar ali. Mas espera, agora que eu tenho esse elevador, então eu posso aproveitar e pegar o que eu deixei pra trás. For example, aqui já é um que eu tinha que subir. Não. Nossa! Oh, merda. Tá bom, vai.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
I'll leave it to you.
Coitado desse bicho. Ele já tá morto praticamente.
Scarlet Inferno!
Dragon Shout! Here I come! It's over! I can carve through
Boom!
armor! Do it!
Kitara, frozen!
Hammer!
Nossa, esse Frozen Hammer dói, hein? É aqui que eu tinha que cair? Yup. E vem boss, né? Quando tem isso aí... Save automático. Não, deixa eu pegar o cristal pelo menos.
There's nobody here. It's been nothing but Zeugles. No lords, no Renin forces.
They have to be holed up somewhere, right?
From the look of things, I don't think anybody's been here for a while. If anyone was here, they're long gone now.
That can't be.
Look out!
Ele derrete. Boa.
Right now, this thing needs dealing with.
Vai fazer o The Devil?
I don't understand.
Minha nossa, what? Por que ele tem 2 targets? Ah. Não. Você joga com essa mina não.
Until after we manage to finish this thing.
Todo mundo mirando no ponto fraco. E é o rabo dele. Ô dó. Ô dó. Muito bem, pessoal. Nossa, quanto crítico. Puta que pariu. Eu tô obliterando o bicho, bora. Vai passar de fase. O que é esse outro ponto nele que tem vida? Não! É pra mirar, né? Ok. Vamos me lembrar disso. Tem coisa que a gente só aprende do pior jeito, Tice. Tá vendo? Você conseguiu. Nossa, ele deu um tapa na Rainbow, quase matou ela, velho. Quebra ele. Ah, não, você errou, velho. Merda. No rabinho dele. Todo mundo batendo no rabinho dele. Bora, galera. Boa. Quebra de impulso. Nice. É lógico que ele chamou os boy agora. Quebra de núcleo. Bora. Tá, galera. Agora fodeu o rolê. Deixa que o pai cuida dos minions. Vamos dar uma apanhada. Nossa, que esse pessoal tá morrendo do que? Vocês estão malucos, gente? Não pode morrer, não. Que é isso? Nossa, só tem mais 2 poções de vida. Linda. Uai, outro morreu?
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you? And not really built for close quarters combat.
Or am I? To stop you dying?
My turn.
Merda, minha última poção de cura. Nossa, fudeu. E agora? Que dá pra salvar o Takemura. Então, não sei. Então, né? Uhul. Cara. Vou ter que meter o louco. Nossa, a gente moeu o bicho no começo. Ele chamou os Minions, velho. Comeu a gente. Eu sei que você não pode me curar pra sempre, mas... Fia, tá foda. Toma mais ponto de cura aí. Puta merda. Mata ele. Não, tu errou. Não podia errar, Tione. Não, para de bater, Johnny. Boa. Toca o grandão. Dando spawn de cura. Fudeu. Eu não tenho nada que ressuscite agora. Só C. Vamos lá. Vou ter que aprender a jogar com você. Let's go. Vamos lá, gente. Foca no rabinho dele. Quebrou ali, GG. Ai, ai, ai. Eu já tô morto. Vai que ele tá correndo atrás de mim. Puta merda. Eu achei que ia ser de boa luta.
So much for finding the Lord. Come on, let's get back to Niaz.
Oxe, como assim?
Calm down. This isn't like you. What's wrong? Talk to me.
It's none of your concern.
Even after everything we've been through together?
The two of us are only helping each other because our interests overlap, remember?
Are you serious? You helped me come to terms with Zephyr's death. You put your life on the line to save me. Don't tell me you did all that out of necessity. That it was only because we have a common goal. Fine.
Huh?
You don't want to answer? Then I'll do whatever I like from now on, too. Clearly, I'm just bothering you. So it doesn't matter if you tell me what's on your mind. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop looking out for you. Not now, not ever.
That's not fair. Why can't you just leave me alone? You don't know the first thing about me.
But I do. I know you care about the pain of others. You care, Shion. That's why I want to help.
Because of my thorns, I thought I had been doomed to a life of solitude. Until the day I died. I knew I would be alone.
And now?
The truth is, I'm trying to end my curse and get rid of my thorns.
Get rid of? There's a way to do that? Really?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is there's a chance. But that's the reason I need the Renis Alma.
The Renis Alma?
The Master Core to end all Master Cores. It is bestowed upon the winner of the Crown Contest, the new Sovereign, as proof of their victory. It must be assembled from all 5 Master Cores.
That's why taking down the Lords is so important to you. But Shion, you're not in this alone. If there's a chance we can rid you of your thorns, I'll be by your side the whole way.
That includes us, right?
Like it or not, you're going to have to get used to relying on us every now and then.
What kind of friends would we be otherwise?
Thank you.
Dahnan Liberation and the Renis Alma. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us. If we have any hope of finding this Lord and their Master Core, we start by heading back to Nias.
Man, who would have thought we'd ever get thanked by Shion?
Sounds like someone wants me to grab their
Porra,
arm.
Matheus.
I'm joking. Damn, you're scary sometimes.
Shion's not scary at all.
Alvin.
I'll just, leave you two alone.
I can't believe this. To think they would give us a bad lead like that. Where could that Lord actually be?
Beats me. That said, there's no point wandering around aimlessly trying to look for her. We should head back to Nias for now.
What's wrong, Kisara?
Oh, I was just thinking about what it meant for there to be castles here on Dana. People build castles to protect things that are important for one reason or another. But not simply that. They're also used to project a ruler's power.
So what you're saying is, even before the Renans invaded, the Dahnans were still being ruled over. It was just by other Dahnans.
That's most likely the case, yeah. Though who knows how they led their people.
But after seeing Deadeye, I can't picture them being all that benevolent themselves.
What if it's in everyone's nature to rule over and control others? What are we supposed to do about that?
If it really is in our nature, then no. All that means is we have all the more reason to fight it. That's all there is to it.
Oh, merda. Nossa, eu tenho que sair aqui. Ah, tá. Achei que só pelo teleporte pra sair dali. Eu explorei todos esses cantos. Sim. Aí só tem mais um andar pra cima, né? SS4 e... É. Não tem nem outro jeito de descer. Ah, então eu explorei tudo. Aproveitar que tem um acampamento logo aqui na frente. Que a gente apanhou.
Some open space again.
Apanhou pra gazeta. Ainda bem que tem mais 2 personagens no grupo.
I feel all bent out of shape.
I know what you mean. Hard to settle down after seeing all those ruins.
We fought hard to help liberate the people of Dana, but every realm we've been to along the way could have easily turned out like this.
When powerful forces collide, the destruction they leave gets that much worse.
So we've been lucky things haven't turned out worse up until now?
Regardless, I don't want to see this realm get messed up any more than it already is. We have to capture this lord ourselves, no matter what.
Não precisa cozinhar não, tá full.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
Não deve estar entendendo nada, coitado.
Good night.
Grimório do mago é uma loucura.
Another day, another gold.
Oh, dá pra ir ver se esse elevador aqui tá funcionando. Vai que. Acho que não, mas vai que.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Aí a gente volta pra cidade e descobre que a mulher tá aqui pro final.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
Nope. Aparentemente nada em volta pra ligar. Ok. Se aquele cara vai falar merda pra gente, ele vai apanhar de novo.
About damn time.
Took long enough.
But that's... Right. I can't wait.
Head on over to the plaza.
Uai, o que tá acontecendo, gente?
What's going on? It seems busier here than before.
Hey, look! Isn't that Bayfon over there?
Ah, there you are. It seems I owe you all an apology. I'm guessing you didn't find the Lord back in the forest, did you?
No, but something tells me you already knew that.
That I did. Turns out I bit down on some bad intel when I should have known better. Apparently, Deadeye's not as trusting of me as I thought.
But why would he feed you bad intel?
My guess? He wanted me to lead you all astray. Make sure you weren't sniffing around where he didn't want you to be.
While you were off in the forest, I got word that one of our squads captured the Lord.
The place wasn't even close to where you were searching.
I see. Well, the important thing is that you finally caught her. Did you suffer many casualties?
You're not going to believe this, but she didn't even put up a fight. She had no escort either.
Well, what about her master core? Was it recovered?
Sorry. They only briefed me on the basics. For now, Deadeye's getting ready to make his victory speech out in the plaza. In the meantime, I've been ordered to set up a defense perimeter around the outside of the city. So I'll be out of town for a while. I imagine Deadeye will announce what he intends to do with the Lord during his speech. You'll have to let me know how it goes. Anyway, until next time.
E
A Renin Lord surrendering without a fight? Something doesn't add up here.
I'm afraid I can't say I know much of her lordship personally.
There's a lot about this that doesn't make sense. The Master Core is a concern too. Let's stick around like Bayfon suggested and see what happens. We don't leave until we get to the bottom of this.
Os caras não dão conta da gente mesmo, então...
I'm worried about just what Deadeye has in store for Almadria. For now, let's wait at the end until he gives his victory speech.
Cara, o foda foi a notificação que eu recebi ali na direita da fazenda. Pelo menos um animal atingiu sua maturidade. Eu não sei o quão errado pode ser isso, mas tá... quão ofensivo também. O que a gente tem que fazer? Só esperar mesmo? Não sei o que eles pretendem fazer com a Almeidrea, agora que encontraram ela, mas duvido que deixem ela viver. Seja lá o que for, espero que façam ela sofrer antes de dar cabo dela, para que ela possa provar do próprio veneno, nem que seja só uma vezinha. Vixe Maria. Mas gente, sério, a quest é... Ah, fique na estalagem.
Let's see what they have to say.
Everybody's so excited.
They can hardly be blamed when they've apprehended an enemy leader. That said...
Yeah. Isn't there some way to calm them down?
Oi? Se vocês não tiverem que fazer até o discurso evitável, então esperem aqui. Eu libero um quarto pra vocês. Quando for a hora, venho buscar vocês. Tá bom.
These must be the Danins the Darkwings freed.
Yeah. The city might be in ruins. The people have risen from the ashes.
This is the place Bayfon said Deadeye would reveal the Lord's fate. I wonder what he'll do to her.
Execução!
Well...
Vai lá. Nossa! Ixi, pra ser uma animação assim vai dar uma merda. Sempre dá merda quando tem uma animação assim.
Please stop. No good can come of such hatred. Stop or there'll be no turning back.
Mas essa mulher vai matar todo mundo agora.
Is this supposed to be justice?
Astral energy?
Why now?
You don't think that...
The fruit of Helgen.
Just...
Ixi.
I did warn you, did I not? Nothing good can ever come of such nasty hatred.
I found you at last. I swear it. I'll make you pay for what you did to my parents!
Ih.
What do we have here? Could it really be the witch from Dana? Honestly, I thought I had wiped all of you out of existence back then. I guess there was one survivor after all.
Hey, Rinwell!
Shut up! This is the only thing that's keeping me going anymore. Stay out of my way or I'll kill you!
Rinwell.
I'll kill you. I swear it. I will kill you! What did you... Why are you defending her?
I'm not really sure, you know. But when I look into your eyes, I can't let you do it.
What about you? Are you not the one who got revenge for his father? Don't I deserve that as much as you? Move aside. If you don't, then I'll blast you again.
Even so, sorry. I'm afraid that I can't let you do that. No way. I can't let you kill her. Not while your face is full of the same hatred as those people who died.
You saw what she did. What are you saying? She should just get away with it all?
You're right. Rinwell. I don't know what I'm doing. But still, I know it's wrong. If you go through with this, I know you'll regret it. I'm sorry. I am. Forgive me.
Tá foda aí, Matheus.
I can't believe you. You, of all people. Of all the people! Why did you... Why, Ela?
Is your little show quite finished?
Why, you...
For many years of my life, I devoted myself to the study of astral arts. But the knowledge I took from your family was truly enlightening indeed. For that, you deserve a reward. I shall allow you to taste one of the fruits of my labor.
Puta merda!
Rearranging life and death to form new hellish compositions. That is what I do best. Now
Ma, I'm...
Sorry for almost blowing me up. Not like it's the
Para de conversar, depois vocês resolvem isso.
We need to take her down.
Okay.
O negócio tá louco aqui. Resistência, filha da mãe. Achei a fraqueza. A fraqueza no rabo, gente. Bate no rabo.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Boa! O problema é... Nossa, eu tô sem item. Eu não achei que ia ter uma boss fight do nada. Fudeu. Puta merda, cara. Nossa. Nossa, esse ponto fraco não quebra, cara. Merda, velho. Nossa, eu não vou conseguir matar esse bicho. Eu tenho quase certeza.
Then let's focus there first.
Porra, esse furacão é dele, velho. Mano, tá dando trabalho porque eu não tava preparado. Mano, eu ouvi a Rinwell falando Magicazão. Que legal! Que legal! Ô, Ren, ai, Ren, olha que você aprontou aqui. Ô, gata, não pode. Cara, que legal! A Rinwell usar magia falando Magicazão, velho. Tem outros golpes aqui que eu nem sabia, velho. Puta merda. Tá. Depois eu explico o que é isso. Velho, vai ser foda enfrentar esse bicho sem item. Médicas! Ah, que legal! Meu Deus, ressuscita esse pessoal, vai. Meu Deus, não quebra o ponto fraco, cara. Que é isso, mano? Só pra eu ver qual que é a Ars que eu tô usando. Ah, ele é golpe. Ah, ele é um bicho do vento, então faz sentido, tá. Apesar de ser um dino, ele ainda é um bicho que foi summonado da energia do vento, então faz sentido ele ter se falar com a terra, ou não, não sei. Como é que dá pra ver aqui? É, ele é do vento. Boa. Quebra esse ponto fraco, gente. Pelo amor. Não. Ai, que ódio esse bicho, cara. Não, Randy. Ai. Boa, quebra o impulso dele, do jeito. Não quebrou o impulso dele, velho. Sem ponto de cura. Nossa, velho. Dino vai dar muito trabalho ainda. Ai, Rennie, ai não! Vem em cima do teclado, não! Dá tá louco. Nossa senhora. Não, Rennie. Vai pra lá. Vai pra lá, Rennie. Foda que daí eu tô contra 2 boss aqui agora. Nossa, a cura não chegou a tempo. Médicas é... Cara, ela fala mesmo. Nossa, eu nasci tomando uma rabada, velho. Nossa, linda cura. Não vai bater, não. Puta merda, a Shione caiu. Eu acho que eu não tenho como levantar ela. É, fodeu. fudeu.
Armor won't save you. Take this. No further.
A gente só precisa que segure o bicho. Ele só tem 26 mil de vida, velho. Ai, que ódio.
You may be strong, but I'll never back down.
Perdemos essa healer. Dançarina de funk? Qual? Esse que eu tô dando sem parar é porque ele tem fraqueza contra, ó. Esse de bater a espada no chão. Ah, então, ele enfia o rabo no chão e faz um tornado atrás. Mentira que vocês caem. Gente, tá todo mundo caindo. Isso é mais importante agora. Eu consigo ficar um pouquinho de longe ainda. Ah, é verdade, a paladina acho que cura a gente. Clériga, né? Não é paladina, a gente já chegou nessa discussão. Para ele. E aí eu ia derrubar ele. Tá, fodeu. É, fodeu. Vou ter que aprender a jogar com vocês. Mas ele tem 19 mil de vida ainda. Quebrou o núcleo. Agora, tá ligado? Agora. Que ódio. E se o quê? Cara, vou manter a cura na Sarah. E vamos assim.
Benediction light. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. Benediction light. Heal. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Eu tô usando o golpe que ele usava na gente.
Get out of this. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Foda-se, vou spamar. Tá dando fraqueza nele?
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Boa. Deu crítico. Sarah, para ele. Não parou? Mas tá bom.
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. Resonate with the earth.
Não, não, vai pro lado. Ai, que ódio.
Benediction light. Heal. Resonate with the earth.
Stalagmite. Ai, 5.900, falta tão pouco. Ele tá com agra em mim.
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Vai, pula, 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 pula. Isso, ou melhor, casta isso.
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. Far enough. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. One more. Tiger blade. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Falta tão pouco.
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. Resonate with the earth.
Stalagmite. Pum, pum. Puta merda, velho. Que sofrimento. Me sem item nenhum?
Is everyone all right?
Yeah. But Almadria got away. Linwell, are you...
Tá em choque.
What the hell happened here?
Bayfon, is that you? Thank goodness you're okay.
I've been outside the city this whole time, but I sensed a disturbance in the wind and decided to turn back. What happened here? Where is everybody?
Almadria's handiwork. She allowed herself to be captured so she could rile up the Danans into a frenzy and rob them of their astral energy. She wiped out almost everyone in the plaza, including Deadheim.
Deadheim's dead. Everyone. And the Darkwings. Almost all of our companions in the Resistance. How could this happen?
Regardless of what she had to gain, what kind of person would do something like that?
If she managed to find kinship in Kelzelik, then I'd say the very worst kind. It's clear now that she used Menancia as a testing ground for the fruits of Helgen, before using them here.
So everything that led up to this moment was all a part of her plan.
Once she knew they'd eaten enough tainted food, she just needed to get herself caught.
We have to go after her. Balsef and Ganabelt were horrible, but Almadria makes them look like saints. I doubt she's really gone back into hiding. We have to put an end to this once and for all.
Yeah, what she's done can't be forgiven.
I don't know what to do. I saw what hatred did to those people, but hating her is the only thing that's kept me going. I can't just stop hating her. What am I supposed to do? Tell me. Smile at her from across the battlefield? Apologize while we fight her? I don't know if I can do that.
Rinwell.
Nobody can understand what you've been through. We can't even begin to imagine the pain you've experienced. But if hate is what has kept you going ever since that day, then let it be your strength. However, think about this. When you've had your revenge, when we've beaten Almadria, then what will you do?
Huh?
I'm saying you're going to have to find a way to survive once that hatred is gone. When it is, what do you plan on doing then?
I don't know. I've never thought about it before.
Almadria's death doesn't have to be your end too. You need a reason to live, Rinwell, not an excuse to die. Understand?
She's right. We could never truly know the pain that Almadria has caused you. But I think you should listen to Shion. Give yourself time to consider things. And if it's too much right now.
Ai,
it's okay
eu não
for you to
vi.
sit this
Eu tava
one
tão
out.
focado na briga que eu nem vi. Ai, pronto. Deixa eu abrir
Não.
aqui, peraí.
My head might be a mess right now, but I'm not letting you fight Almadria without me. I need to be there, please. That much I do know.
Nossa, quanta
I'm
coisa
going
aqui.
with you. And on the road, I'll think about it. A reason to live without hate.
That said, it'll be no
Palhaçada.
good chasing after her
filho.
blind with no
Tava
idea where she
tenso o
went.
rolê.
Bayfon, do you have any ideas where she might have gone?
I can't say for sure, but west of here is an underground harbor along a cliff near the coast. She spent years building a ship there. A floating fortress that she
Eu tenho
called
que pôr
her
um
castle on
alerta
the
nisso
sea.
daí.
No one quite knew why she wanted the thing. But now,
Of course. She's already effectively destroyed her own capital. It's likely she planned to abandon her realm as well.
Right. That's as good a lead as any. Let's go. What's that woman going to do next?
Nothing good, I'll bet.
We'll stop it this time.
Ok. Mas se essa é a cidade, onde que era o lugar que ela ficava? Se aqui é um coliseu? Ah, o palácio deve ser ali, ó.
I still can't believe what that Almadria did. Not only that, but she was enjoying it.
It's patently clear she has no respect for human life whatsoever.
We need to take her out. I don't think I've ever felt so enraged at another person in my whole life.
Yeah! There's no way she's getting away with this!
Then we head for the underground docks. We need to hurry. Rinwell, can you keep moving?
Yeah. My family and I, we spent all of our days just living in hiding. Until one day when we were found and attacked. I was the only one my dad and the others
É
hid.
muito óbvio que é da merda,
That's
gente.
the reason I survived.
Porra.
While the rest of my family was butchered.
Fez até animação
The
diferente.
only thing that I could see was the crest of a lord glowing through the smoke. And then...
It was Almadria who did it. I'm sorry, Rinwell.
That woman. Did she really find the existence of Danon mages to be that much of a threat?
Enough to invade another lord's territory? No, I doubt that. Most likely, she was after their knowledge and techniques. She only did it so she could become stronger. That's the kind of woman she is.
In retrospect, I do remember her making it sound like she created that monster she summoned.
A monster.
Boa noite, Matheus.
I wonder.
Nossa, pareceu
You all
outro
think of me as a
Pokémon
monster?
igual.
Because I'm able to use magic even though I'm Danon?
Rinwell.
Pronto.
Of course we don't think you're a monster, you dummy.
Huh?
I might have had to hold you back, but it's her fault any of this ever happened.
Gee.
Not yours. Got it?
Law.
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah. There might be someone who could use our help.
Putz, pra chegar na estalagem... Ah, pra cá. Boa noite, putz. Durma bem, bom descanso. Pior que eu ia fechar um pouquinho mais cedo hoje também, que eu estou só em merda. Vou fazer o descanso aqui. Putz, eu achei que ia até dar tempo de pegar ela. Que ódio. Espada longa. Oh, porra, é porque eu equipei. Não pode equipar. Nossa, a vida de todo mundo.
Guys, checked your equipment lately?
Essa já é a melhor. Beleza. Não, você não.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's wrong.
Rapaz, eu vou comprar tudo. Não, isso aqui é minério, cara. Isso aqui usa, não usa? Mas pode ser vendido por um preço justo. Ah, não, então tá bom. É só pra vender, então, tá. Vamos relaxar um pouquinho. Foi muito tenso o rolê.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Nossa, aqui é onde a gente tá. Nossa, só falta mais um mapa no jogo. Tá muito estranho isso. Não, não, essa campanha é longa, gente. Ou era pra ser. Lá vai ele. Quem que é essas armaduras? Nossa, que armadurinha legal. Unimundos. Ai, dele. É, preto combina mais com você. Como ela disse, preto e azul, né? É. Eu não ganho nada novo também. Você é triste de roupa, né, filho? Essa aqui também, coitada, não tem nada a ver essa roupa aqui, mano. Ela é uma clériga, não uma rogue. Gente do céu, o pessoal não tem um gosto muito bom, não. Não, aquele mobzinho tá mais bonitinho. É, mexi, não troquei nada. Ok. Ah, mentira que agora era pra ir pra lá. Olha lá, ó. O que eu falei? Agora era pra ir pro cais.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Nossa, hoje foi foda, velho.
I hope we manage to catch Almeidria soon.
I hope so too, before she can cause any more havoc.
You okay, Rinwell?
Oh, yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard now, okay?
Okay. Thanks. Oh, Hootle. I don't know what to do.
Não, não precisa cozinhar, não.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hootle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah. More than okay, really. It feels natural having Hootle and everyone around.
I know what you mean.
Gata presa no monitor.
We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Ai, minha nossa, por que você tá com
then
esse...
how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes.
Minha nossa.
And as for Law... Well,
cachorro.
Little took the little brother role. And Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard.
Ah lá, ela realmente...
Oh! Law can be the pet dog.
Caraca, eu falei, eu não tinha lido.
Dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do. If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hootle for a bit. Hootle, let me know if you sense anything.
Mas até agora o jogo não falou o que que muda se eu melhorar a relação com os personagens.
I want to go back to bed.
Que cama, fia. A gente dormiu no meio do mato. Devastação. Não, é um golpe. Ô gata, que isso? Ok. Eu acho que em boss é melhor pôr foco em cura, né? Ah, olha só, tem até... E minha, não. Nossa, não, é muita coisa pra editar, velho. No Berseria você tem que ficar quebrando a cabeça pra montar combo, aqui é pra montar estratégia, velho. É bom ver que o grupo está todo junto. Isso aqui muta meu VOD. Eu vi que essa música muta meu VOD. Fiquei com ódio. O Berseria não mutava. Cara, essa maldita loja de download não sai essa notificação, fica me incomodando. Eu já cliquei 30 vezes aqui. Ai, ai. Foi Reborn. Pronto. Como você tá, Reborn? Eu espero vocês terminarem de pegar o Pokémon. Só eu, em português, jogando esse jogo. É isso. Tá bom. Tá bom. Olha só, a Mi tá on. A Mi tá viva. Ô, velho, tá difícil pegar o Kangaskhan, hein? Ai, minha nossa, eu vou morrer. Eu vou morrer. De sono. Sim, uma Ultra Ball não pegou o Kangaskhan. Velho. E ele não é. Ela, não sei. Não é tão difícil de pegar. Eu acho. Hum. Eu acho que tem mais o quê? Mais duas chances? É um. É uma, duas, três. É. Mais duas chances. A não ser que venha a Master Ball. Enquanto eu estou tirando a notificação do meu disco. Minha nossa, quanta coisa. Deus meu. Que... Oh. É, Ribone, não vi nem que bola foi. Qual foi? Defend yourself right now. Ah, é. Seria engraçado se nem a Ultra pegou. Pam 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 pam. Oh, oh. Nossa, velho, tem bastante gente, ó. Mas faz tempo que eu não mando pra mim, porque faz tempo que ela não abre live. É, não, não foi hoje, Reborn. É isso. É sobre isso. E eu acho que não tá tudo bem, né? Ai, ai. É, até amanhã, gente. Durmam bem, bom descanso. Bebam água. E é isso. Nós se vê por aí. Nós se vê por aí. Nós se vê por aí. Boa noite.